We're back, baby! Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. We're back. We are back. We are back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. Great to see everybody. The Reds are back, says Twigs. Yeah, we are back. Manchester United are back. We're back with a bang. All of that nonsense of the World Cup now is finally over, isn't it? And we're back to watching Manchester United play again. Happy days. Happy days. Great to see so many people in already, guys. Smash a like on the video if you haven't already done so. As you know, it helps the channel out a ton. And if you're new, hit the follow and subscribe button. But Manchester United are back, guys. Twigs is in. Oshin is there. Good to see you, pal. Michael is in as well on TikTok. Cameron is in saying, come on, United. Yes. 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 Dylan is there as well. So, happy days. Let me just let everybody know, guys, the starting 11s. Anybody watching on YouTube, you can see the starting 11 is on the screen. But for anyone on TikTok, United starting 11 tonight. It's I won't say a weird one, but it's maybe one that people didn't predict. Dubravka starts in goal. Aaron Wan-Bissaka starts at right full. Malacia starts at left full. We have Lindelof and Scott McTominay playing centre backs. I'll explain that one in a minute. Three in midfield, I think, are the three we're used to. Casemiro, Eriksen and Bruno. And then three up front end. Strong forward line as well. Martial through the middle. Rashford and Garnacho either side. It's kind of unsure which one is going to be which, left or right. But yeah, strong starting line up there as well, you'd have to say. In relation to Scott McTominay playing centre back, the reason being is that Harry Maguire has come down with an illness supposedly in the last 24 hours or so. So he's ruled out. So yeah. Dino's in. Good to see you, pal. Fox Blue, thanks for the follow. Reen says Liverpool to beat City tomorrow. Let's concentrate on United, Reen, first and foremost. Michael says Ten Hag is gone strong. He is. And I for anyone who's seen my TikTok earlier in relation to my predicted 11 that we're going to start, I thought he was going to go strong. I really did. And I think the Carabao Cup is a good chance for Manchester United to get their hands on some silverware this season. And I think Erik Ten Hag is certainly going to be taking it serious. He really is. So, actually, they're talking about Ronaldo here. And, of course, they're talking about Ronaldo. So, I want to get the headphones in and have a listen and see. But, look, I mean, let them talk about Ronaldo. This will be the last time I think they'll be talking about him. He's done and dusted. I know people like him in the chat. So do I. But... onwards and upwards. Would you take Hakimi or Dalot, says Moez? I'd be happy with either, to be quite honest with you. I think on the back of how Dalot has been playing this season, absolutely, I'd be happy with either. Decky says McTominay probably a better ball player out of defence than Maguire. Maybe so, and I think probably... there's certain players, and I think McTominay is probably one of them, that's very good, that's probably better with the ball... constantly facing the ball all the time, rather than, having to be turning and chasing balls in behind, so maybe so. See what people are saying on YouTube. Dylan says, I still miss the Premier League. Not long to go. Ben is in, says, evening, back to it, boys. Absolutely, pal. The boys are back in town, says Twig. Strong team, says the last poet. Yep. Gakpo would slide in nicely, says the last poet. He would. And look, I think it's only a matter of time, really, according to, maybe by reports, that are out at the moment. It looks like United are going to get it done. When do you think Martinez will come back for Argentina and the World Cup, says Dylan? Well, him and Varane have a week off, so they're due back next week. So, yeah. Will they be available for their first Premier League game? I don't think so. But you would be hoping we can get over Nottingham Forest without them. And then, have them back for the next game. So, yeah. Twig says, would they shut up about him? He's fucking gone. Like, absolutely. Well, bud, we're back, says Aaron. Yep, absolutely, Aaron. And Dylan is in and says, do you know what channel the game is on? It's on Sky Sports. Watching it here on Sky Sports main event. I'm not sure if it's on any other channels in different countries. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe someone in the chat can let you know. Let's see. TikTok. Fox Blue says, not a bad lineup. McTominay might do okay tonight. Hopefully. Thought it would have been too soon for Casemiro to start. Well, he's had a week. He's had over a week off. So, look, let's see. Maybe, hopefully we can get an early lead. Maybe get 2 or 3 goals up and we can take these type of players off, you know. Interesting that Ten Hag didn't mention him in the match programme, says Michael. What day are United playing? Says usual. We're playing today and we're playing now in 25 minutes. And then we're playing next Tuesday. So the day after Stevens' Day, or Boxing Day if you're from England. I can't wait till Ronaldo retires to move on. Sick of it all now, says Decky. Yeah, look, this will fade away. They're after having their little say about it now. It'll be done. We might get a small bit about it maybe on Boxing or the day after Boxing Day. But look, it's done and dusted. Let's move on. MUFC for life, says Cameron. Absolutely, pal. Scott Mack in centre back and no other centre back on the bench, says Tommy. I think there is. Is Tyler Bennett there? I think we don't have any experienced first teamers centre backs on the bench. I think that's what was said. But I think Tyler Bennett is there. I think. Oh wait now. So it's just breaking. On Sky Sport, on Manchester Evening News, that Ten Hag has told MUTV that Casemiro is playing at centre back, not McTominay. Interesting. So there we go, Casemiro, and I'm going to get that changed on the screen. Let me have a check here. Let me get that changed, and we'll get Casemiro put in at centre back. Let's have a look. Boom. McTominay, let's get him moved to there. And let's get Casemiro moved to there. Casemiro at centre back. That is very interesting. That is very, very interesting. Willie says, are you doing the potatoes? Yes, sir. So yeah, Casemiro plays centre back. Interesting. Petition to bring back Phil Jones, says Ben. What is the bench? Is it strong? Let me pull up the bench here and I'll let you guys know. So, we have... Let me just get the lineups here. So, on the bench, we have David De Gea, Reece Bennett. Yeah, so he's a centre-back. Luke Shaw, Brandon Williams, Fred, Donny van de Beek, Anthony, Alanga and Palestri. So, it's not the strongest bench in the world. But, you know... Luke Shaw, Fred, Van de Beek, Anthony, and then Anthony Alanga. You'd be hoping Manchester United will have enough tonight to get the job done, get over the line. Faison is in, good to see you, pal. What club do you know that Ronaldo signed, or if he signed a contract? It looks like he's gone to Saudi Arabia, I think. I don't think he has any other offers, so I think Saudi Arabia is where he's going to be going. Bye-bye. For all of his talk about wanting to leave United to play Champions League football, nobody in the Champions League wanted him, and now he's going to Saudi Arabia for 200 million a year. It's crazy. Is Ronaldo not starting, says Pat? No, thank God, because he's fucking useless. He was useless for us this season. So... Fox says, we cannot forget what CR7 did for the club. I remember his first hat-trick against Newcastle. I never said we should. You know what I mean? He'll go down as one of the greatest players we've ever had. Absolutely he will. But I'm glad he's gone because he's 37 years of age. He carries too much baggage, too much of a circus behind him. Let Ten Hag do his thing. Bring in up-and-coming, young, hungry players that want to be there for the long run. And... let's look forward to the future. You know what I mean? Twigs, chill, brother. Would you show up about Ronaldo? I'm sick of it. You said you were not talking about him or the World Cup. I never said that. But it'll fade away. Don't worry. It'll fade away. Obviously, people still have them on their mind. And, it's understandable. He's a very polarising figure, and of course, until his future is settled, there's probably going to be talk about. So, yeah. Thoughts on a new centre forward we should buy, says JagTag. Yeah, I mean, look, obviously we do need a centre forward. Obviously the main target, let me try and sort out this camera for a sec, guys. 1 sec, it's a little bit low. How about that? Not better? Looks a bit better. Yeah, so in relation to a centre forward, I think, look, obviously Cody Gakpo is the main player that we're being linked with at the moment, and I think he's a very good player. Don't get me wrong, I really do. Is he an out and out number 9? No, he's not. He's not an out and out number 9, and I think it all depends on what Erik ten Hag wants. Okay, does Erik ten Hag want an out and out number 9? I'm not sure if he does. Like we look at Martial. For example, okay? Martial is probably not an out-and-out number 9, even though he plays there an awful lot, but he tends to drop in, into midfield, into the 10 role an awful lot, get on the ball. And when you have the likes of Anthony, Garnacho, Rashford, these types of players with bags of pace, when your false number 9 drops out, creates space in behind, I think that's what Ten Hag is going for. And I think that's probably why he's looking at the likes of Cody Gakpo, because he can play that kind of, game where he drops out into midfield, creates space in behind, and, for other players to run into. So maybe so. Curtis says, "Oh, Jack, my dear Jack, how can we help ever watch a game again and enjoy it after that final?" See that? That's why. Right there. That's how we can do it. I do have to say, the World Cup final is probably the greatest game of football I've ever seen. I have to say, it really was. It was absolutely phenomenal. And I think in general, as a World Cup, in terms of football, I think it was very good. I really do. And yeah, I'm happy. Dimitri says, "Wow, camera much better. You actually look handsome now." Careful. 19 minutes to kick off in Uganda, says Mac Can. Absolutely, pal. Looking forward to it. Let's see what the guys are saying on YouTube here. Chris is in. Good to see you, pal. I think we need a right back and a centre midfielder, says Dylan. Yep, we do. Yes, Cass can read the game well. He played well at centre back. And Twig says, "I can't even defend him anymore. I've run out of comebacks." Let's see. Oshin says, "Drinking game. Shot every time the commentator mentions the R word." Ben says, "Oshin, no work tomorrow then, pal. Best Christmas holiday starting early," says Oshin. Happy days, guys. Happy days. Shane is in as well. Good to see you guys. And as well, while I have a lot of you in, I'm going to mention it as well later on throughout. So for any of the official or any of the club members on YouTube, you know who you are. We're doing a live tomorrow night. And if any of you want to get involved and come on camera, you don't have to come on camera, but if you want to come on the live rather than just being in the chat, drop me your email address. DM it to me on Instagram or TikTok, and I can send you the link to join in tomorrow. So we'll do a split screen. Chris has already sent me his, so he's going to be coming on and talking with us. You can turn on and off your camera, but as a members only video, if that's something you want, DM me your DM me your or you don't even have to maybe send me your emails. I can just let me know if you want in on it, and I'll send you the link to join. But if not, you can just stay in the chat either. So whatever you want. And as well, anyone else that's watching, guys, if you want to become a club member, link is in the description. You get some extra content. You get some extra, badge beside your name, all of that good kind of stuff. Check it out. Link is in the description and it's pinned to the top of the chat as well if you want to join. Philip says Garnacho is going to tear it up tonight. I hope you're right, Philip. I hope you're right. Jock is in. Good to see you, pal. What channel is the game on? It's on Sky Sports, guys. Sky Sports. Luke McNally on the bench for Burnley tonight. Local Enfield lad, says Garden Barber. Okay. Have you got any signed shirts, says Jack. I don't, I'm afraid. That one is not real. It's just a green screen. Look. Ooh. Twig says, "I'm playing FIFA and losing 4-1 against Watford. Oh, the irony. Well, let's hope it's the only only team we're supporting losing tonight. But look, I don't think this Burnley team is going to be any pushover. I really don't. And I think that's why Ten Hag has gone strong. But before we go any further, get your score predictions into the chat, guys. Let me know what you think. Is it going to be a resounding win for United? Do you think it's going to be a close one? Do you think it's going to be a Burnley win? I think we go straight to penalties. I think if it's level after 90 minutes. So get it into the chat. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Michael says 2-0 United. Jube says 3-1 United. Twig says 5-1 he's losing. Chris says 3-1 United. Dylan says 2-1 United. Oisin says, I thought you were wearing a Christmas jumper tonight. The UCC Christmas party. I forgot all about it, to be honest with you. But look, I mean, first game back, we can't not wear the United jersey. Can't. What? You know. Premier League goal says 1-1. Slender Spider says, good to be back. Absolutely. Young Mr. Gray says 2-1 United. Ben says 2-1 United. Oisin says 2-0 United. So the majority of people thinking United are going to get 2 or more goals. There we go. Oak Radio thinks 3-1 to Burnley. Robert says 2-0. So people putting down, expecting goals in this one. I'm going to go 2-0 to United as well. I think, did I go 2-0 in my TikTok earlier? I either went 2-0 or 2-1, but we'll go 2-0 as of now. I think United, given the strength of the squad they put out, I think we can win, hopefully. Jube says, get ready to turn the collar up. Absolutely. Absolutely. I had it washed and ironed and everything. My Jesus, I had it hanging up all day ready to put it on. So I did. Katie doesn't know. 4-2 United, says Slender. Let's see. Roy says, this will be a very tough game. I think it's going to be tough as well. I really do. Who's going to win the Premier League? Man City, I think. Rashford to score a brace, says Scott. And Robert says Rashford to get the 2 goals or Anthony Martial. There we go. Aaron says 2-0 and Shane says 3-0. There we go. There we go. Smash a like on the video, guys. 15 people watching on YouTube and only 6 likes. Take a second. Hit the thumbs up button for me. If you're new as well, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And we're going to aim for 20,000 likes on TikTok as well. So if you have a second, tap the screen a few times for me. We're at 2,000 already, which is great to see. And if you're new to the channel, do hit the follow button as well. As you know, it helps the channel out an awful lot. Good night, Puddin'. See you in the morning. So yeah, but it's great to have so many people in, guys. United are back, thank God. Jock says 3-1. There we go. Kurdistan says, Jack, may I ask an off-topic question? What's your vocation? I work for a health insurance company. So I do. Very boring. Let's just leave it at that. It's in the background, working with files, spreadsheets, all that kind of stuff, figures. You know, so it's not very interesting. This is by far more interesting. So if we can turn this into a job someday, happy days. Ben says game is made for Rashi tonight. On form, was underused at the World Cup. So fresh. Yeah, happy days. And you know, obviously Ben, you know, you're English, so you would have liked to seen Rashford play. But me personally, I was delighted he wasn't playing because the more or the less game time United players were getting at the World Cup, the happier I was. You know, obviously because I wasn't really supporting anybody, but so yeah, Rashford, you know, hasn't been overused at all. Really, you'd have to say. You know, best type of roses chocolate. I'm just a plain chocolate man, as you can probably tell by all of the shit I've been eating on this channel over the last 6 months. But yeah, just plain for me. Jock says you were born to host match of the day, Jack. Someday, maybe. Someday. But yeah, appreciate it. Miata says, mate, do you think Ronaldo should have gone to Man City? No, I don't think so. However tarnished his legacy is now after what he done this season, it would have been completely destroyed. You know, it's not he'll be back to the Ronaldo of winning things that we'll remember in another few years. But if he had gone to City, that would have been destroyed forever. What price is Rashford for a hat-trick? I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure. I'd say you get good money on it though. Michael says City never wanted him. Robert says let's hope we get in Mbappe, but don't feel well. I think he's going to Real Madrid, says Robert. Yeah, I'd be very surprised. And I did see the reports out of Barcelona suggesting that Manchester United are in, not in talks, but Manchester United have maybe declared their interest and to Mbappe's agent that they would potentially like to sign him. I would be shocked, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't think Mbappe is going to... He wants to go into a club that's going to be instantly challenging for titles and Champions Leagues, and we're just not there yet, you know. So I'd be surprised. Aaron says, Man United Community Channel, #1 channel on YouTube, no need for a job. The numbers don't tell otherwise, Aaron. Maybe someday, pal. If you went to City, no game time at all, says Foley. Every Man United fan was hating on Rashford before the World Cup. Now you love him. What's going on there? I would completely disagree with you on that one. Rashford's been having a very good season. So yeah, no one was hating on him before the World Cup. We were saying last season how poor he was playing, but he was playing with an injury for a lot of the season. But there was nobody hating on Rashford. Score please, says Evan. I'm going 2-0 Evan. I don't think anyone can afford him, says Michael. Yeah, well look, if he tries to force his way out of PSG, you know, all the power is with players now, you know, so if he wants out, he'll get out. Cody Gakpo go happens, says Dan. Yeah, I tell you, it's getting closer and closer according to the reports. It looks like about £45 million for Gakpo, supposedly. But yeah, the sooner the better, because we're paper thin up front. We really are. Especially with Sancho gone now as well. We don't know how long that's going to be before he's back. No Ronaldo, Rashford should get more games, says Robert. Well, I think Rashford has played nearly every game this season so far, so he's not going to be playing as a number 9 though, because he's just not a number 9, you know. Go away from the United subject for a second. Are Cats back in hurling? That remains to be seen. New manager Cody is gone. I think they have a free hit this season, or the upcoming season, and let's see what happens. Anyway, back to the football. Evan says 3-1 United. Go on, lads, says Oshin. Sancho on the way out, says Graham. I don't think so. He'll be given time, I think. I think he's probably suffering from some mental things, maybe. So yeah, he'll be given time, and by the sounds of it, Ten Hag is supporting him, giving him as much time as he can. I certainly won't be in a rush to, you know, to be telling him to leave or anything like that if he's not back in a month or two or anything like that. You know, these things take time. Something happening behind the scenes with Gakpo. I'd say everything will be done except the fee, says Michael. Yeah, I'd say so. Is Donny on the bench? He has to move on now at this stage. Is Decky? Yeah, he is on the bench. I don't think we're going to sell in January. Maybe Wan-Bissaka. But I think outside of that, I'd be surprised if we did sell, because we're wafer thin in terms of the squad. But I think this summer, maybe Donny will move on. Oshin says, do you think it was good business extending the contracts yesterday? Mbappe is class, but brings a lot of circus with him again. So in relation to the contracts yesterday, so for anyone who didn't hear, Delot, Luke Shaw, Marcus Rashford and Fred all had the 1-year extension triggered on their contracts because all of their contracts were up in the summer. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I really don't. Basically what happens is it gives Manchester United the freedom, because what would happen is if they didn't extend the contract or trigger that extension before January, all of them players would be free to talk to other clubs, you know. for a potential summer transfer. So I think it just gives United a bit of breathing space. It looks like Delors, Shaw and Rashford are going to get offered new contracts anyway. And in relation to Fred, it gives that extra year where United can say, right, we'll move you on in the summer and actually get a transfer fee for you. Whereas if they didn't trigger that 1 year extension, there would be he could leave for free in the summer. So they're protecting an asset in that way. I love Sancho, says Twigs. Yeah, so do I. Arsenal for life is in. It says Burnley to win. Dylan says, I thought you were working the jobs people who work for the council. No, it's not me, Dylan. Maguire to be sold in January, hopefully, says Irish Dad. I wouldn't sell him, to be honest with you. Because I think you need we need a backup, and if he's happy to be that backup, then great. But if he's not, then okay, move him on. You know what I mean? But I think if he is happy to stay there and fight for his place, then great. And because you need minimum of 4 centre backs in the squad, you really do. You really do. Players are on the way out, guys. So we're getting close. What are we? About 3 minutes away from kickoff, which is happy days. So we'll get the timer up and on. As well, guys, anybody watching on TikTok, if you do want the full experience, we're live on YouTube as well at the moment. We've got the starting 11 on the screen. We've got the timer. We've got the scoreboard. All of that good kind of stuff. Link is on my homepage, or search United Community Channel on YouTube. And come over and hit the subscribe button for the full experience. Get your thoughts into the chat over there. It tends to be a lot quieter in the chat over there as well. So if you do want a comment read out, best bet is going over there and checking it out. Majority of people don't actually come back to TikTok. They prefer it over there. So go check it out. Link is on the homepage. Dylan says, Aaron says, do you think Erik ten Hag will be involved with transfers just like Sir Alex? Well, so far he has been. I don't see why it would change, Aaron. Yeah, absolutely. And I think he's proven he's, he's gotten it right so far, So I think that's a good thing. Plan for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Dinner with the family both days, Dylan. Dinner with the family both days, pal. Players lining up here now, guys. I have a fucking wick on my finger, and it's annoying me. So yeah, Casemiro, centre back. A very makeshift defence. Wan-Bissaka, Malacia, Lindelof, Casemiro, Fernandes, McTominay and Eriksson. And then the three up front. And according to the graphic on Sky Sports, Rashford is going to play on the right with Garnacho on the left. And obviously Martial through the middle. So yeah. Twig says, going from TikTok to YouTube is like sitting down after standing up all your life. There you go. There you go. Check out the YouTube channel, guys. We're live over there as well. Twigs just nailed it. Looking forward to this now. Hopefully we can get a good start now. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways nice and early. Bring it on. Come on, United. Come on. Eriksson, good to see him back. Casemiro. Looking forward to seeing Garnacho as well. I'd say he's raring to go after the break. You would think. Oisin said, I heard that the Glazers want sold by March, but no word of buyers. You hear anything on your contacts? Yeah, so March is what the majority of reports are suggesting. Now, you are not going to hear about who's buying the club until it's close. Reason being is that it may spook. It really may spook. Other buyers, potential buyers, things like that. TikTok stream is acting up, says Michael. Michael, if you want to head over to the YouTube, we're live over there as well. Everything is smooth on YouTube. Link is on my homepage. Just go click it. We're live over there. United Community Channel on YouTube. Full experience as well with the scoreboard, timer, starting 11, all of that kind of stuff. So if you want to go check it out, make sure you do. But yeah, great to see so many people in, guys. If you're in on YouTube, if you come over, please take a second, hit the thumbs up button for me. It helps the channel out an awful lot, gets more people in watching us, as you know. And we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube as well, which is great. We're less than 100 away. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. So here we go. We're nearly ready to rock and roll. United are back. We're back. Let's get the volume turned up, and we'll get the timer started as well. So United playing away from the Stretford end in the first half, as they normally do. Well, majority of time. Just waiting on the ref. And we're off. And we're off. We are off. It's weird seeing Casemiro playing centre back. But anyway, here's Bruno. And he gets fouled early. And United win with a free there within 15 seconds. Brian is in. Good to see you, pal. Doing well. Hope you're doing good. Make sure you hit the follow button if you're new to the channel as well, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. So Casemiro is playing right of the two centre-backs with Lindelof playing on the left. Another foul. And Vincent Kompany has these Burnley players riled up because they're flying into tackles early doors. What's your prediction, says Sean? I'm going 2-0 to Manchester United, Sean. I don't think it'll be a walk in the park. I really don't. Here's Malacia now, a left back. Plays it back to Lindelof, goes all the way back to Dubravka. Casemiro is the new Varane, says Fez. Interested to know, will it be a conventional back four? Well, so far it certainly does look like it. It really does. Casemiro and Lindelof are pulling wide, and then you have Wan-Bissaka and Malacia just ahead of them. McTominay is playing in the 6 with Bruno and Eriksen just slightly ahead of him. And then, of course, the three boys are up front, you know. Ricey says, I have a feeling Burnley will score. Well, you would say that, wouldn't you? They may get a pen. Captain Bruno Fernandes, watched him. Captain Sporting, amazing little player. Should be our captain, says Cab. I think he will be eventually. I think if Maguire leaves, he will be captain, because obviously he's been captain in United in Maguire's absence. Anytime he hasn't played this season, you know. Is it true United lost their sponsor? No, they didn't lose it, but the sponsor has already said that they're not going to renew it. Whenever that is, 2024, I think, maybe? Not 100% sure. User says, United have no shame fielding that team. Desperation. Well, look. I mean, if you're bringing players back from a World Cup, majority of them have had a week since they've played. Why wouldn't you play them all together and, you know, get them used to playing with each other again? You know, there's a reason why Eric Ten Hag is the manager of United and you're commenting on TikTok. You know what I mean? Kay says, real football, Man U versus Burnley. That's it. These World Cup finals are overrated, aren't they? Let's get back to real football. Alex says, what do you think about McTominay at centre-back? He's not. Casemiro is at centre-back. McTominay is centre-mid. So Burnley are pressing United very high here, I have to say. And United have to revert to going long. And it just turns over possession to Burnley. So Burnley are pressing quite well, I have to say. He has won nothing. He's fucking won more than you have. Where are the under-21s? In the under-21 squad. There's an under-23 squad as well. I'm surprised Scott McTominay not defence instead of Casemiro. Yeah, I mean, that's what we were all thinking. But, yeah, sure, look. We'll find out how it works. I mean, hasn't been the greatest start in the world by United. Burnley have pressed well, and now we're keeping a nice bit of possession the last couple of minutes. And I know he's only a short term, but Dubravka doesn't inspire me with confidence. Just hope the four in front of him feel differently. Yeah, me too, Oshin. I agree with you there. And Aaron says, and this is our best opportunity for a cup. Why wouldn't we put out a strong team? Yeah, it's about getting minutes into players' legs again. You know, it really is. Get them used to playing with each other again after the break. And, you know, the more minutes and the more game time they can do together, the better. You know, regardless of what some people think. Whereas Jones says, Brian, he's not even registered, I don't think. Burnley will qualify only one defeat in the championship, says Premier League goals. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Is Anthony on the bench, says Chris? He certainly is. Certainly is. Burnley are playing well in the opening 5 minutes or so here, and they're playing on the front foot. A lot of intensity. United just trying to keep a bit of possession now, maybe take the sting out of it, make Burnley work for it. And that's what the game should be. You know, patience, keep the ball, left to right, make Burnley work for it, suck them out, and then pop in over the top. See United linked with Portugal goalie Costa. Thoughts, says Ricey. Yeah, look, I think there's better goalkeepers out there, but according to reports, so David De Gea has a 1-year extension on his contract, and it hasn't been triggered yet because United are in talks with De Gea to take a short-term contract on lower wages because he's on crazy money. He's on like 350 grand a week. Here's McTominay now. Oh, poor pass. So he's on about 350 grand a week, and United want to tie him down to a short-term contract on lower wages rather than extending it by another year on high wages. So it does look like Ten Hag is looking long-term in relation to a goalkeeper. I've said it from the start. I don't think De Gea will be the long-term goalkeeper for Ten Hag. I really don't. So yeah. The game is on Sky Sports, guys, if you want to watch it. I'm not showing it. So if you want to watch it, it's on Sky Sports. Pay for it and watch it. Liam says, what was your prediction? I went 2-0 to United, Liam. Oshin says, refill Jones. Surely they could cancel his contract and free up the money. Scandalous that the next Duncan Edwards still there stealing a living. Look, I mean, look, United were foolish to give him a new contract in the first place. And it's the old United board. You know, it's the Ed Woodward regime that gave him a new contract. He's well entitled to see it out. He really is. You know, and I think he's carrying injuries as well. I think he'd be struggling to get a team and stuff like that. Poor pass there. Now here's Bruno and Garnacho's on the left. Ball slipped in. Good first touch. Garnacho. Oh, first time. No, the keeper gets a good save on it. Oh, Garnacho tried to take it very early and the keeper spreads himself and gets a foot on a good save. And good break by Manchester United there. First real opportunity of the game. Yeah, he plays, he's onside. Good first touch. Takes a second one. Tries to play it really early. Keeper spreads his legs and gets a really good save with his heel. Or with the sole of his foot. But would have been a good goal. But good start. Good start. Good start. Oh, Casemiro does really well there, stepping out. Here's Bruno on the ball now. Gets fouled again. In a good position here now for United, maybe to get a ball into the box. Poor pass from McMuffin. Shocker, says Chris. It was. It was. Dylan says, if we win this cup, that's the only cup we'll win this season. Well, I'm going to be more positive than you, Dylan. We have a chance of winning every competition we're in, bar maybe the Premier League. But mathematically, we can. Leonardo's back. Good to see you, pal. So Ericsson is going to swing this in. Yeah, it doesn't beat the first man. That happens a bit too often with Ericsson for my liking, I really have to say. Especially on corners. Fails to beat the first man an awful lot. Oh, nice bit of skill by Martial. Wins a corner. Really good play by Martial there. And United have the first corner of the game. Fearless, thanks for the gifts, man. Really appreciate it. Absolute legend. #1 gifter badge. Bus parade when United win 2 trophies, says Michael. Nah, only Liverpool do that. Only Liverpool do that. Win a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup and they have an open top bus parade. Here's the ball in now. Bruno to the edge of the box to Rashford. Side footed. Casemiro hits him. Oh, bobbling around. It's going to go out for... Oh, no, it doesn't. Burnley have to clear. I think it's offside in the end, so it's going to be a free out to Burnley. Sigurd says, I think we are going to win the Europa League. Well, I hope you're right. And we do have a chance, absolutely. It's going to be tough. You know, we have Barcelona coming up, which I'm going to, by the way, in Old Trafford. But, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But if you want to win these competitions, you have to beat the best teams that are in it, you know. Jeez, I'm talking way too much. I'm so excited United are back. Rashford does really well there. Wins another corner for United here. Rebel says, good chance for Rashi there. Yeah, it was. It was. Oshin says, I think if we beat Barca, we have a good chance at Europa, and Barca are no great shakes this year. Yeah, well, I think they're still top of La Liga, so there won't be any pushovers. Corner now. Ericsson goes short with it to Bruno again. That's twice now that's after happening. Rashford crosses it in. Flick on! Oh, no one gets a toe on it. Oh, and it's a corner. A Burnley defender gets a little flick on it. No one taking a chance at the back post. Just a stick a head or a toe out at it. United have another corner here. Oh, McTominay, just stick your leg out, son. Stick your leg out. Good pressure by United here the last few minutes. This is our third corner so far in only a couple of minutes. So, happy days. Ericsson now, near post on. Lindelof he's too far outside the post, but he hits it high and wide. But good play by United. Barca are down bad right now in Europe, says Sigurd. We'll win the treble, Carabao Cup, FA Cup and Europa League, says Alex. That's not the treble, Alex. That's just 3 trophies. It's only 1 treble, my friend. Still mad a bit, but happy for Messi. But what a game, says Leonardo. Oh, I'm delighted for Messi. I really am. Delighted for Messi. It's okay to like Ronaldo and Messi. You know what I mean? Liam says, do you think there is a difference in confidence levels after the World Cup? I don't. Look, I mean, I wouldn't say confidence levels. Now, momentum, maybe so. And good momentum builds good confidence. But, you know, I think individual players, you know, the majority of United players have played really well at the World Cup. Casemiro played well. Anthony played well, even though he didn't play a lot. Rashford played really well. Shaw, Maguire, you know, Bruno Fernandes, Delot. All of these players played really well at the World Cup. So they'll bring that confidence back, and hopefully they'll pull that together, and, you know, we'll get back to winning ways early doors. You know what I mean? Rebel said that Barca squad is absolutely covered in talent. They are still more than capable of embarrassing teams. We have to attack the League Cup this year. Yeah, I agree. Sigurd says the quadruple next season. No, let's take our time now. Let's take our time. But good pressure by United the last 5 minutes or so. And it's taken the kind of Burnley sting out of the game, I have to say. Good job, bud. Okay, yeah. Right, okay, yeah, no better. Oh, grand. Rebel says, 99 is the only treble by an English club. The rest are just impersonations. That and the Arsenal Invincible season, the 2 biggest achievements in Prem. Yeah, I mean, the Arsenal Invincible season, they drew like 11 games or something. Well, maybe not 11, but they drew an awful lot of games. Yeah, maybe I'm being a little bit harsh, but I don't know. I don't think that Invincible season, they had a brilliant team and absolutely deserved to win the league. But yeah, I suppose they're the only team ever to go unbeaten, so you have to hold their hands up to them. But they certainly drew a lot of games. Great to see so many people in, guys. 31 people in on YouTube. Only 12 likes. Take a second if you can. hit the thumbs up button for me. It helps the channel out an awful lot. Gets more people into the chat as well. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. We do all of the United watch-alongs throughout the season. Daily Manchester United content as well. So feel free to hit the subscribe button, bottom right-hand corner. I appreciate it from everybody. Here's Martial now. Garnacho's after making a great run. He's in behind. Can he sort his feet out? Oh, he's just stumbling and a little bit heavy. He was stumbling from the outset and couldn't sort his feet out. But he's dangerous, the kid. He really is. That pace, look, gone. Like a shot. The fullback can't get near him. And his first touch is good. He starts to stumble after his second one and just it runs out for a goal kick. He's unlucky, but good play by the young lad. Would you like to see Rashi take set pieces, says Aaron. He takes some frees, doesn't he? I think. Is the half-time meanies happening tonight, says Evan. There's your answer right there, my friend. There's your answer right there. Michael says the Chelsea team that conceded 15 goals as well. What channel is the match on, says Alex. On Sky Sports, Alex. I'm not sure where other people are watching it throughout the world, but it's certainly on Sky Sports. Corners, says Aaron. No, I don't think he should be taking corners. He's got height and he's got a good strike on him. So I would have him either in the box or on the edge of the box rather than actually taking him. You know, the likes of Bruno and Eriksen are more than capable of doing that. I'm not showing the game, guys. I can't show the game, I'm afraid. But yeah, United got in a couple of times here and Garnacho's unlucky not to score with his first opportunity. But Burnley are not shying away from United here. They're trying to play football, be patient on the ball, try and build from the back. So United need to be on their toes. They really do. Owen says, where can I watch the game? I'm not sure, Owen. I'm watching it on Sky Sports. So if anyone else in the chat has something that they know about, they can let you know. Oh, Garnacho does really well tracking back there to nick the ball away. And Eriksen comes away with it. Gives it back to Garnacho out on the left. So positive out. I'm trying to take on fullbacks all the time. It's great to see. I don't know. Huh? It must be on the ground in there somewhere then. What's the scores? 0-0. Guys, are you using a dodgy box tonight, says Evan? No, Evan. There's my Sky remote, look. If I was using a dodgy box, I'd be 4 minutes behind, and I can't afford to be 4 minutes behind if I'm letting you know what's happening. You know what I mean? So Michael says, when is Garnacho out of contract? I think is he out of contract this summer or the summer after, I think. United trying to tie him down to a new one. Jonathan says, half-time win, Man United. Well, let's hope they're winning at half-time. I really do hope so. They've been playing well. It's very similar to a first game of the season kind of performance so far, where it's just not that we're going through the motions, but we're probably not fully up to match speed as of yet. And now we've had a few chances, and we've probably been the better of the two teams so far, but it just has that kind of grogginess to it, if you know what I mean. So far, but United are doing okay. They're feeling their way into the game. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Oh, does really well down the right hand side. Next touch is a little bit heavy, but Bruno's United are, yeah, well, Burnley do really well to come away with it there. Oh, and as I say that, it's a poor pass. Comes to Garnacho, lays it off to Eriksen. Back to Garnacho, gets it wide to Martial. Back to Garnacho. United just being patient on the edge of the box here. Burnley are back in numbers. Just looking for a little opening. In fairness, Burnley do well. They go all the way back. Oh, lovely ball out with Casemiro. Oh, and it's just a little bit heavy for Martial. It's a big switched ball. Martial probably didn't realise Casemiro was going to play that pass. If he did, he probably would have made it. But 0-0 so far, guys. Just 20 minutes gone on the button. Yeah, great to see so many people in, guys. Keep smashing the like button for us. If you have a second, tap the screen a few times. Our aim is 20,000 likes on TikTok. So if you have a second, tap the screen a few times for me. And hit the follow button if you're new to the channel as well. All of the Man United watch-alongs, daily United content, and all that good stuff. So make sure you hit the follow button. And again, like I said before, if you do want the full experience, we're live on YouTube as well. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all of it on the screen. Go check it out and get your thoughts into the chat. Here's United coming out. Fernandes with a ball, again, trying a big, long crossfield ball where maybe Garnacho just ahead of him was the right pass. Let's see. Aaron says, is it just me or do we look very drilled? We look... Well, we're keeping our shape quite well, and I think that's a good thing. But, like, a lot of the players coming down our left-hand side so far through Garnacho, and it just goes to show the confidence of the kid as well, that he's certainly not fazed by it. But Burnley are holding their own, in fairness to them. They're looking to get on the ball. They're confident when they're on it, trying to play out, and Vincent Kompany obviously has them well drilled as well. And we are well drilled, because we're an Eric Ten Hag team, and he is absolutely adamant on being drilled and, knowing your role. Sound like The Rock there. Know your role and shut your mouth. But yeah, knowing your role, knowing your position, know what you have to do, to make the team better and to help us win. So yeah, I think, we'll get used to it. I think we'll get used to it. Casemiro now. Nice little ball by Fernandes. McTominay ends up losing it. It's just that kind of second ball into midfield that we're struggling with a little bit. And maybe the final ball. But it's good to see that we're trying to play forward as much as possible. We really are. Here come Burnley now up the left-hand side. Yeah, and United are keeping their shape quite well, you'd have to say. They're making Burnley go backwards an awful lot and trying to make them go along, which they do. And that's a good ball. But he's offside. So there you go. United forcing Burnley into mistakes a lot of the time, you'd have to say. And I think, it's obviously Eric Ten Hag's game plan so far. When we're out of possession, of course. When is the next round draw on, says Alex. I'm not sure. They usually do it after the last game, so it's probably tomorrow night, I'd say. Yeah, it's probably tomorrow night. Would you mind turning the cam towards the game? I can't, guys, because if one person reports me, then the whole channel is shut down, so I can't. I really can't. I'm afraid, but we're here for the whole game. If you want to stick around, get into the chat, get involved, get your thoughts in, let me know what you think. We'll answer some questions, keep you up, keep you informed in the game. Smash the like button. What are we? We're over 7,000 likes already. Great to see. Our aim is 20,000, so keep tapping that screen for us, guys. And as well, like I said, anyone new to the YouTube channel as well, please do hit the subscribe button. Daily Manchester United content, all of the watch-alongs throughout the season, podcasts, transfer talk show is back now as well for January. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Let's see. Halftime potatoes, says Footy. Here you go, my friend. Just waiting to open them. You think United will get the Champions League spot this year, says Alex. I think we have as good a chance as anyone. You know, it's going to be difficult, and I'll be disappointed, but I won't be, you know, overly disappointed. Um, you know, because we've certainly improved so far, and as long as we continue to improve, I'm happy. Yeah. The Jap, thanks for the gifts. Really appreciate it, pal. Maybe a cup would be nice, says Paddy. I think we'll win a trophy this season. Yeah, cup would be nice, absolutely. You know, Europa League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, absolutely. I think for confidence for these players, this squad, you know, I think any to win any competition is good that way. It's 0-0 so far, guys. 25 and a half minutes gone so far, and it's been a decent game. Burnley haven't really had a chance, but they've played okay. United have had a couple of chances with Garnacho. Here's McTominay now. Martial gets it wide to Garnacho in the box, tries to square it. How is he offside, lad? All the Burnley players shouting for offside, and it was a Burnley player that passed it to him. McTominay, yeah. McTominay played the ball into Martial there where he should have gone wide to... Oh, yes! What a goal! What a goal! Oh, what a goal! Aaron Wan-Bissaka with the assist. And what a ball out of Bruno Fernandes. The collar is up again. We're back, baby. We are back. So, what a ball out with Bruno Fernandes. And it was... the reason why I didn't comment on it live was because I was like, in my head I was saying, that is definitely gone for a corner or gone for a goal kick. It looks like he overhits it. But Aaron Wan-Bissaka, doing what he always does, doesn't give up on it. And he dives for it, throws his toe at it, and buries a ball across the box. And who's there? Only Christian Eriksen. And he buries it into the roof of the net. United are 1-0 up. United are back. The collar is up. Come on. Come on. Super, super goal. Super goal. Happy days. Happy days. Yeah, and it's probably more. I'm not going to say probably. It's definitely what United deserve. It really is. They've been by far the better team in the opening. What, just under a half an hour. They've created chances. So yeah, look, great start, and a great time to get a goal as well. You'd have to say, really would. Let's see what people are saying. Come on, United, says Gialdino. Come on, United, let's go, says Alex. Boom, says Jap. Die Hard United, says User. Get in, says Footy. Let's see. That was a quick turnaround, says Liam. Twig says the World Cup can get binned. The collar is up. Yeah, it is, boy. The collar is back up. And let's hope it stays up for the rest of the season. Rebel says, Flaming heck, did Aaron Wan-Bissaka actually make a cross? Go on, the lad. It was an unbelievable toe to get to it. Alex says, come on. Jonathan says, great. I said it, half-time win for my team. Absolutely, pal. And Shane said, are we sleeping on Aaron Wan-Bissaka? I don't think so. I don't think so, Shane. Now, look, credit where credit is due. That was a brilliant assist from him. I just think the way the game is, the modern game and the way fullbacks need to be, you know, a one-on-one defensive fullback, there's probably not a better player in the league than one-on-one. I would take Aaron Wan-Bissaka over the majority of fullbacks, you know, as a one-on-one defender. But going forward, I just don't think he's up to scratch. I really don't. But yeah, happy days, guys. Happy days. Hit the like button. Hit the like button on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. United are 1 up. Watch-alongs are back. United are back. We're winning. The collar is up. Happy days. Half-time Tatoes is only 15 minutes away. It's good to be back. It's good to be back. And it's Christmas as well. Happy Christmas, you filthy animal. Poor challenge there on McTominay, and United win a free kick. Top 4 or a cup, says Aaron. Top 4. Reason being is we're we're in a transitional phase at the moment in terms of rebuilding the squad. And rebuilding the squad. Oh, here's United coming out. Martial, too close to the keeper, easy save. So the reason I would pick, sorry, one sec, my runner is after slipping off. So the reason I would pick top 4 over a cup is because, fucking hell, is because United are in a transitional phase of rebuilding this squad, and we're going to need signings. And to get the Tier A signings, you need to be in the Champions League. You know, if we're going to have a chance of signing, the Jude Bellinghams of this world, or going back in for the likes of, De Jong or whoever it may, Osimhen from Napoli, you're going to have to be in the Champions League. You really are. So I think if, Osimhen or, here's Rashford coming down the right-hand side. Now Garnacho is in acres of space at the back. Get your head up, Rashford. That goes for a throw to United. But yeah, like, Osimhen's and Bellingham's and fucking, Frankie de Jong's, they're not going to give a shit if United won a Carabao Cup the season before. They're going to say, well, are United in the Champions League? And if they're not, then, and they have an offer from another club that's in the Champions League, then that's where the issue comes along, So I would go top 4. Twig says Trent and Wan-Bissaka are polar opposites. If you could put the defending of Wan-Bissaka into Trent, or the attacking side of Trent's game into Wan-Bissaka, you would have the best fullback in the world. You really would. What most teams need is a Trent Alexander-Arnold that isn't pony at defending. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. I'm happy for Wan-Bissaka. I really am. I don't think he's going to cut the mustard in the long run, but he's wearing a Manchester United jersey, and he's always given 100% for the club, gone about his business as a professional, so, you can be critical about your team's players' performances, as a fan, but, and I certainly have, and I always will be if they play poorly. I'll call it like I see it. But that doesn't mean I don't respect the effort that they're putting in and the fact that they're wearing the jersey and playing for the team that we all love. So, I love United. Oshin says, weird question, and you may have spoken on this before, but how did the UCC come about? Did you just wake up and go, yeah, this is for me? So what happened was, how the whole channel started was, I'll tell you now in 1 second, because Burnley are on the attack here with Barnes, gets it wide to the right, and they're in the box, turns onto his left, goes back onto his right, and a strike, hits the side netting. So how the whole channel started was, I've played football myself since I was 5 years of age, and I retired last October, so just over a year ago, and the team I was playing with just kind of packed it in, fell asunder, and so I decided to retire at 32, and after a couple of months, I was saying to myself, I have no one to talk to about football. Where you'd be used to training 2 and 3 nights a week, playing a game on the weekend. You'd have your teammates, you'd go for a few pints on a Sunday after a game, so you'd always be talking about football. And after a few months, I realised I wasn't. I had no one to talk to football about. So just the idea popped in. I was watching a lot of fan channels, and I just said to myself, I think I could do that, and I'd have people to talk to about. So that's how it started. Started it in April, and for the first few weeks, there was only maybe 2 or 3 people watching each time. And if Chris is still in the chat watching, I think he was on from day one, I think, nearly. So yeah, that's how it started, and it's grown slowly, and we have nearly 21,000 on TikTok now and 2,000 on YouTube, so I have no plans on stopping. And we'll just slowly but surely keep growing it, because I enjoy it, and I hope you do. But yeah, that's how it started. Having proper passion for a team scoring is something I haven't felt in a bit. It's great, ain't it? Ain't it great? Really is. Rebel says, when he arrived, he fit the system of the manager of the day. Dalot was the outcast at the time. Manager changes, so did what was required from a wing back, so not entirely his fault. Absolutely, Rebel, yeah, I agree. Twig says, that makes sense, yeah. When are you going to United versus Barcelona in the Europa League in February? Yeah, going over in February. Going over the day of the game, staying that night. Myself and a friend. Here's Burnley coming out. Strike from the edge of the box. Good save by Dubravka. Puts it out for a corner. And Burnley are asking a few questions here. The last few minutes. Twig says, my first live on this channel was a Transfer Talk show on TikTok over the summer. Yeah, the Transfer Talk shows I really did enjoy. And we've started doing them again now. I'll be doing one Friday night, actually. So, yeah. Should organise a United Community Channel United home match some weekend. Well, what I would like to do long term, I'll tell you now in a sec. So cross into the box from Burnley. Dubravka comes out, completely misses it. Oh, and Casemiro and Wan-Bissaka between them clear it off the line. And Dubravka was fucking... Oh, he was like a fish out of water there coming for that ball. Ball is crossed in. Dubravka comes out, punches air. And it hits Rashford, and then Dubravka hits it again back towards the goal. And only who gets it was... Yeah, it was actually Casemiro that got a toe to it, but Wan-Bissaka was there as well. Not instilling a lot of confidence in this goalkeeper. Another corner comes in. It goes for a goal kick. So yeah, my plan, Shane, sometime when the channel grows big enough, hopefully, is to do watch along live with a load of people there. Like, say, ye, for example. If I had the camera and this and that at a table and, you know, we were doing it in some pub or some function room with the game on, you were all in the background. I had a second mic where, you know, say ye could come down, you know, pick people to come down and, you know, do maybe a 5-minute stint doing a watch along with me and stuff like that. That's what a plan that I would like to do in the future eventually. And now it would have to get big enough to do. Oh, Dubravka, what are you doing, man? Missed his first touch there, and I'd be pulling him off at half time now. This fucker is going to cost us this game if he keeps going the way he's going. Just a simple little back pass to him by Casemiro. Goes to take his first touch, takes his eye off it, and it goes completely under his foot. I'll be getting this lad off the pitch as quick as possible. Graham says, what's your local? My local is Doherty's, Graham. It's my local. I used to work in it as well. So. Rebel says, rumour is we have a decent pot for the January transfer window. Yeah, well, look, I mean, there's always going to be money there for United if the right players can be bought, because the owners have never put their hands in their own pockets. It's always been, we've always spent money that Manchester United has generated as a club. You know, and the owners haven't invested any of their own money. So, whether the club is being sold or not, I don't think that really makes a big issue. Here's Bruno coming out. He has Garnacho wide left. Give it to him. Took his time. Here's Garnacho. Cuts back in. Bruno Fernandes, Eriksson, Bruno. Eventually it gets blocked out, but United keep possession here. Gets it wide to Malacia. Garnacho's on the overlap. And the cross is blocked and goes for a throw. So yeah, I do think I do think the money will be there in January. The issue with January is it's always hard to actually get players in January. I think that's the problem more than anything else. You know. Teos will be the new United shirt sponsor, rumour has it. Imagine that, look. Just a big Teos sign right there, like that. It'll be the sponsor of this channel one of these days, I can guarantee you that. If we keep going. You just keep on watching. Keep hitting the like button. Keep subscribing. Rebel says, oh my God, oh my days, this goalkeeper, most bizarre acquisition we made. Dylan says, if Maguire goes in January, I think maybe Varane, sometimes as captain, if Bruno gets injured or can't make a game. Here's McTominay coming now. We have options here. Oh, lovely turn by Martial. Can he get a strike away? Can! Oh, what a save by the goalkeeper. Oh, Martial just lovely little swivel on the ball. Turns back on his right, goes back on his left and digs out a shot. And it's stuck in the top corner. But the keeper moves fast and fucking gets a hand to it and makes a great save. It's a corner to United. Good play. Good play. Be a great time to get a second goal here now. Refs blows the whistle, stops it here. It's going to be Eriksson to swing it in. Just waiting on the corner. Eriksson swings it in. Better ball that time. Keeper too close to him. Too close to the goalkeeper. Does well in fairness to him. Does Bruno know how to pass along the floor or box rather than that stupid chip? I know. I mean, it worked that time for that free kick the time against Man City where he chipped it into Martial and he hasn't stopped doing it since. Twig says, I mean, they ended the Tato Park sponsor. I can't say anything, lads. Look, they're after ending the Tato Park sponsor. Maybe they're moving on to bigger and better things. I can't say anything, you know. Top secret. Get the Barry's T logo on the United shirt. Chris says, I've sent Tato's an email every week for a small sponsorship. Nothing back yet. Appreciate it, pal. Keep working hard. Keep working hard. So yeah, what have we got? Just under 4 minutes of normal time to go here. United 1-0 up. Good first half. But Malacia now coming up the left hand side. Loads of space to run into. Gets it to Garnacho. Step overs, turns inside. Plays it to Bruno. Eriksson. Yeah, and Burnley are keeping a rigid formation in fairness to them. And you know, you have to hand it to them. They're even though they're 1-0 down, they've defended quite well in this game. Oh, Rashford tries a little flick, but it doesn't come off. But it's going to be a throw to United. Let's see what people on TikTok are saying. Guinness says poor so far. I think it's been decent enough. I think it's just, if you don't support either team, I can see maybe why it would be poor, but happy enough with the performance, to be honest, so far. Lovely ball there out of Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes now comes inside. Tries a little chip ball. Oh, I just can't get it over the last defender to Rashford. But United keep possession here. Wan-Bissaka lets a little dummy go. Good defending though and a good tackle on him. United pressing high here. Yeah, and they have Burnley pinned in. I mean, if they keep this press on, should be able to turn over possession. Yeah, and they do. Casemiro with a good tackle. Let's see what people are saying here. Adam is in, says, McClaft is genuinely one of the worst footballers I've ever seen. Minus 10,000. Is there a woman commentating, says Liv. Not that I know of. Haaland will ship himself at Old Trafford, says Alex. I don't know about that. Guinness says, Casemiro some signing a winner, surely captain material. Look, he is captain material, absolutely. Will he be captain long term? I don't know. If Maguire goes, Bruno has taken the armband so far, so you would probably expect that naturally to go to Bruno. You know, I mean, the great thing is about it, and you can see it in you know, in your Man Cities and your Liverpools and these kinds of teams where there's plenty of people in the squad and players there that don't need the armband to be captains. You know, Casemiro, Bruno, Ericsson, Martinez, David De Gea to a lesser extent. You know what I mean? And, you know, you look at Liverpool, you know, Van Dijk, Alisson, Milner, you know, I don't know who else. You know what I mean? So it's the sign of a strong squad when you have players, you know, that you would say, "Jez, he'd be a great captain," you know, and you have 2 or 3 of them in your squad. It's always a good thing. Ask my daughter for a bag. Oh no, offside. Oshin says, ask my daughter for a bag of potatoes. She gave me Kings. She also supports Liverpool. I sometimes wonder if she's actually mine. Oh, you poor creator, yeah. King Crisps and Liverpool. Is there anything worse? 2 worst things in the world. Oh, that's funny, man. Sorry for going off topic, but do you think Ericsson has his own doctor since what happened to him? I would be surprised. Maybe so. Maybe so. Thoughts on McAllister, says Twigs. He's quality. He's quality, so he is. What a World Cup he's after having. And he's after scoring a couple of screamers for Brighton this season already. So, yeah, he's... will he make a move? I don't know. There's half-time, guys. And a good first half from Manchester United, you'd have to say. Got the goal, got the job done. Good pressure, good chances created, and you know, we've taken one of them. So happy days. So happy days there. Jaden says, what's going on with Ronaldo? Not very kept up. He's going to Saudi Arabia. That's all you need to know. Alex says half-time potatoes. Right, let's do it. Half-time potatoes are up, ladies and gentlemen. And for anyone that's new to the channel, and we say this every day, this is what we do when United are playing. It's kind of a ritual now. Have we lost a game since we've done half-time potatoes? I don't think we have. I don't think we have. So yeah, half-time potatoes. For anyone who doesn't know what they are, they're the greatest cheese and onion flavoured crisps in the world. Chris will attest. Chris is from America. I don't know, maybe you did have them before. But, yeah, he got his hands on a bag. Get your hands on a bag. They're unbelievable. You didn't. There we go. Shane says, I have to say, but feels like we are missing a 37-year-old number 9 type of player. I wonder, is there anyone available? I think we could get someone on a free there, maybe, could we? I heard that Nake is willing to join Man United. I don't see why that would ever happen. 1, he plays for City. 2, we already have the best left-footed centre-back in the league. So, Ben says yes when you didn't finish them. That's right, Ben. I think I was severely hungover on that one. What's the score? So it's 1-0 to Manchester United, guys. Half time. Tyke says, surely you get a better bag of crisps. These are the OG of crisps, Tyke. It does not get any better than just cheese and onion. Less is more sometimes. You know what I mean? Less is more. Tom Aldino, poor half. Yeah, but look. You know, it could be worse. Could be still watching the World Cup. You know, United are back. Happy days. Dan says, I think Rashford will leave. No, he won't. Why would Rashford leave now when we finally have a bit of positivity around the club with a good manager doing the right things? He's not going to leave now. He'd be stupid to. But look, it's been a decent enough first half. It hasn't been poor. United have created the majority of the chances, taken one of them, and happy days, you know. But like I said, it reminds me an awful lot of a first game of the season game. Players are probably not fully up to speed, you know. Just getting used to playing with each other again, getting the match tempo back. You know, we're probably going to have this tonight. You know, well, we have got it tonight, and maybe into the Nottingham Forest game. But you'd be hoping then by the third game that we're back to full speed. You know. Chris says, watching this channel introduced me to potatoes. There you go. There you go. Spreading the love. Spreading the joy. Fitzy says, morning from Melbourne. Happy days are back. Just checked. We have potatoes here in Melbourne. Man, get your hands on the pack. Get your hands on the pack, mate. Adam says, thoughts on the BAAAACK. After that first half, he nearly conceded 2 very stupid goals. So no, he's not filling me with confidence at the moment. So he's not. Would love for us to buy Gvardiol, says Chris. Yeah, so would I. I think majority of the teams in Europe are going to be looking at him. That's the problem. King says, I miss Ronaldo. Just start watching the Saudi Arabian League. You'll see him play every week, scoring 15 goals a game. Rabbit says, Maguire could be going to Villa. Imagine Mings, Maguire centre-back partnership. The entertainment value. Jesus Christ. That's worth a subscription to Sky Sports on its own. Kieran says, it's good to have Man United back. It certainly is, pal. Rebel says Teo is the only brand. Everything else is just pale imitation. I have to agree. I have to agree. Tim says Ireland winning the next World Cup. I will do a stream on both YouTube and TikTok, fully naked, if Ireland win the World Cup. That's how confident I am. Stephen says, collar up and potatoes. Happy days. Does it get any better than that, pal? Does it get any better than that? But the only problem is I bit the inside of my cheek yesterday eating my dinner, and it's really stinging me. But anyway, do it for the channel. We do it for the channel, don't we? Aaron says, why did we get rid of Romero? I think he just wanted first team football. You know. You're making me not want that to happen, but come on, you boys. Never once told for Ireland to lose a World Cup until right now. I think you would be happy to see me doing a stream in the nip if it meant Ireland won the World Cup. So, you know. Where in Ireland are you from? I'm from Kilkenny, Chris. Good to have United back, says Adam. It certainly is. D's World said, do you think with that keeper Burnley's going to score? Well, I'd be hauling him off at half time. Say, right, come on, you've had enough, son. Take a seat. Thoughts on Wan-Bissaka so far? He's been alright. He had an unbelievable assist, but his overall first half has been just okay. You know. Trinity is in from South Africa. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. If Ireland win the World Cup, you should eat a packet of King Crisps. That's a great show. That's a great show, Paddy. I'll eat a packet of King Crisps in the nip. Alexander is from California. I've been to California a couple of times. I have an aunt lives in LA, Santa Monica. I taught you the Cork accent. Well, I did go to college in Cork for 3 years, so maybe that's what it is by. I can't even try and put on a Cork accent. Cork bye? I don't know. Whatever. Every time I turn on your channel, you're eating. I know these fuckers keep getting me to eat things. Where they're having halftime potatoes has become a regular thing with the channel. So we'll have to nip it in the bud in the new year. Cause you're from Salford, ain't ya? I certainly am, Josh. Yep. Salford true and true. Bit of a Cork twang, says Tomas. Ronaldo only gets walkers, no potatoes. He's fucking he can have them. Off to Saudi Arabia with his walkers and his millions. Silver says, where in Kilkenny? Ah, come on now. I'm not going to give you my address now, am I? I live in Kilkenny. Bit sad this, says Gary. What's sad, Gary? Don't be sad. Don't be sad. This is a happy channel. Let's see. Does the lad that does chips out of a cart still operate in Kilkenny City? Absolutely savage after a few pints to her. So he used to have like a chip van in the centre of Kilkenny. Yeah, so that it used to be kind of a little car park. That's now turned into kind of a pedestrianised area. So there's a little kiosk that was built on the pedestrianised area, and he's now in there. So he's still around, yeah. Hey, United Community Channel, how are you, sir? Nice goal by Ericsson, says Shield. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Very good goal. Cottle is in. Good to see you, pal. When's the OnlyFans starting? Who says I haven't started one already? I'm only joking, I haven't. And I never will. Unless you want to pay big bucks for it, let me know. I'll show my toes or something. That Cork accent hurt, Jack. I apologise, Oisín. I apologise, my friend. Shane says Ronaldo is the type that eats cheesy puffs. Where did the clock go? It goes at half time. Once I hit the stop button, it disappears off the screen. And once I'll start it again for the second half, and we'll go again with it. How's the weather in Kilkenny, says Chris? Today was okay. I think what do we... Let's see. We're currently at 4 degrees. Let's have a look at the forecast here. Kilkenny is 4 degrees. Sorry, 6 degrees at the moment. And... yeah. Rain. Usual rain. See full forecast. Kilkenny. Tomorrow is rain. Friday is rain. Saturday is rain. Sunday is rain. Highs of 11 degrees. Lows of -1. So now, there we go. And I'm sure you want to tell us all it's lovely and sunny in fucking Florida there, Chris. Rubbing salt in the wounds. You know. Craig says, it's genuinely incredible that an established Manchester United midfielder, McTominay, can have such a poor game against a championship midfield. Yeah, no, I understand. But look, Ten Hag says he wants more midfielders in the summer, so if not in January. So look, we won't have to put up with him forever, hopefully. Sunshine and palm trees, says Chris. Fuck you, Chris. Tommy says, hey, Kilkenny because of the GAA from Watford. And another Tommy says, what position do you play in the Sunday League yourself, boss? I used to play right full. What do you think about Casemiro centre back? You think he's playing good? He's doing okay. I thought his I thought his passing out would be a lot better. He's actually giving it away a couple of times, or he's not necessarily always giving it away, but he's putting his teammates in a little bit of difficulty when he's passing out. But other than that, he's doing okay. Trinity says, do you think you could be able to manage Manchester United? I don't think so. I don't think so. Tommy says, you grew up to be a Gary Neville. Without the money. Northern Ireland currently 501 to 1 to win the 2026 World Cup. You're pretty safe about keeping your gear on. Absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, we're 1-0 here, guys. Half time. I think we're nearly ready to go with the second half here. Twig says there's already an OnlyFans for this channel. It's the channel membership for a disguise. Well, sure, look, you have to grow. You have to grow. You have to grow. One way or another. I'm going to grab some water real quick, guys. We're nearly ready to start again. Give me 1 sec. Grab my water. Talk amongst yourselves there. Hit the like and subscribe button. Sean Dyche is talking here, and he's talking as if he has a toothpick stuck in his neck. I've got a toothpick stuck in my neck here, and I just can't get it out. Jack's gone, food fight. Easy now. Sean Dyche, I have a toothpick stuck in my neck, and I can't get it out. Alright, nearly ready to roll. As well, guys, anybody watching on TikTok, if you want the full experience, we're live on YouTube at the moment as well. We're going to get the timer up and running. We've got the starting 11, the scoreboard, all of that. Link is on the homepage, or just search United Community Channel. Head across to YouTube and join in with us. Get your thoughts into the chat over there as well. Sean Dyche eats gravel for breakfast, says Carl. He does, yeah. So we're up and running. United shooting into the Stretford end second half, as they usually do. What's going on? So it's a throw to Burnley. No changes, guys, so far. And United are going to need a second goal here to really just settle the nerves, you'd have to say. Because Burnley are not going to stop coming at us here. Oh, Benson gets down. Malacia. Oh, and it's a good clearance by Casemiro. Malacia, I think, was bet for pace a little bit there by Benson. And he went to go tackle. And oh, he does get a touch on it. He does really well, in fairness to him. Malacia, good recovery there. Yeah, I didn't see it in live play, but he does get a really good touch on the ball. Casemiro with the clearance, and oh, Rashford is running onto this. Keeper has to come out of the box and heads it out for a throw. Good play. Dylan says, did you eat the halftime potatoes? Yeah. Certainly did. What happened with the Charlton Brighton game? What does L mean? I'm not sure, Cameron. Not sure. Oh, McTominay with a poor pass. But Martial does well to win it back. Gets a wide to Garnacho. And it's a foul on him. Malacia's on the overlap. And the cross is blocked and goes out for a throw to United. I will be sitting by the pool tomorrow while on the video cast. Want to switch lives? Last thing we want to see is tackles like that going in on Martial. We know how fucking injury prone he can be. But United in possession here now with Lindelof. Goes for a cross into the box. The header's not dealt with and it comes back out to Malacia here. Eriksen, Bruno. Bruno crosses too deep. Goes for a goal kick. Thanks everyone who's hitting the follow button on TikTok as well, guys. Really appreciate it. We're closing in on 21,000 followers, which is great. Keep hitting the follow button if you haven't. And anybody watching on YouTube as well, like I said, if you're new to the channel, you're more than welcome. I do appreciate you coming and watching along with us. Feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Obviously, like I said, daily Manchester United content, all of the watch-alongs throughout the season. And all of that good stuff. So feel free. Appreciate it. Thanks a lot. Who's playing well as Bulmers? Who's playing well? Garnacho's playing okay. Martial is playing alright. Eriksen is having his usual solid game. May have a nice rum cocktail as well. Nice umbrella drink. I'll be... What day is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Wednesday, is it? No, tomorrow's Thursday. I won't be having a pint of Guinness tomorrow. But Friday night... Actually, sorry. If I did mention earlier on that I'm going to do the transfer talk show on Friday, I won't be doing it. Because I have... a boys' night out. So myself and my mates are going on our usual Christmas night out. Christmas jumpers. Few pints of Guinness Friday night. Looking forward to that. So yeah. Let's see. Do you think United should sign Joe Felix? I wouldn't be against it. Absolutely not. He's a very good footballer. If the manager wants him, then I want him. Piggy, you can go fuck yourself. I don't need your follow. Fernandez now. Lovely ball wide to Rashford. First touch. Lays it off. McTominay is dirt. What a fucking terrible shot. McTominay, minus 10,000. What a terrible footballer. Bruno Fernandes gets on the ball and plays a lovely, lovely ball all the way over the top. Rashford takes a good first touch. McTominay is running onto it. Just lays it to him on the edge of the box and he skies it high and wide. Dirt. Chris says, do you drink Harp as well? Oh, Jesus, no. Harp. Fuck, that stuff would blow you sideways. So it would. No, I don't drink Harp. No. No. It's not really gotten in many places. In Kilkenny's, anyway. Kilkenny is basically Guinness, Smithwick's. Then you have You have your Heinekens, you have Moretti, you have Carlsberg, Budweiser. Budweiser, Carlsberg probably wouldn't be as popular. But yeah, that's basically it. Let's see. 12 pubs in Kilkenny, says Graham. No, I'm too old for that, 12 pubs. Poor ball. And here's Burnley coming now. Strike is wide. And who is it again? Scott McTominay. Giving away such a poor ball there. And he's not having a good game. He really isn't. He is in acres of space. Loads of time. And what is he doing? He has about 30 yards that he could potentially run into. He decides to try and play it to the left full and just gives it straight to a Burnley player. That's so poor. So poor. Wan-Bissaka does really well there. And United are a bit pinned back here by Burnley, and they're struggling to get the final ball to stick up front. Whether it be a poor first touch or a poor pass. Here's Barnes now with a strike, and it's blocked by Casemiro. But Burnley keep possession, and they've started this second half really well. United need to be careful here. Bruno does well to defend and wins a goal kick. Good defending there. Good defending. But yeah, let's see. Silver says, on Puck Fada, it's probably my least favourite pub in all of Kilkenny, to be honest. Stella is common in Kilkenny from my experience, says Evan. I haven't really seen it anywhere. Brogan's is a good spot after 12:30. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. I don't go in there much though. Clewen says, I'm watching your channel from South Africa. Durban, Scott. Scott is a knob. Why did Ten Hag play him? Yeah, I don't know. But Clewen, you're more than welcome. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hitting the subscribe button. Dylan says, I remember going to the pub with my old lad and large bottles of harp. Yeah, large. You can still get large bottles of harp. I've seen them around a few places. Anthony is going to be coming on here. Score is 1-0 to Manchester United. When are United playing next? We're playing next Tuesday. The day after Stevens' day. Scott McTominay is just so poor. Really is. We kind of don't... Well, it's not that we don't have anyone else. I mean, you could have Donny van de Beek, but I don't know if that's any better. Garnacho with some good defensive play there. Clears the line, but... Burnley have the throw deep into United's half here. Shane says McTominay is after having a month to get himself ready for a game. Instead, he's off hugging Tiger shows. Shows you his attitude. Should have been at Carrington every day to get himself in peak form. Maybe he was, but you can get yourself in unbelievable shape and peak condition. If you're still a shit footballer, it doesn't make a difference when you go out to play in Old Trafford. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. If Tony gets injured again, we've nobody, says Thomas. Yeah, that's certainly true. We are paper thin up front. And I think for that reason alone is probably the main reason why it's so important that we need, or to get a striker, a number 9, another attacking option in January. And I'm not talking the last week in January. I'm talking fucking next week. As soon as the transfer window opens, we should already have the fee agreed with PSV for Gakpo. And just as soon as the January transfer window hits, bang, done. And he's playing with us then the next 2 days later, Wan-Bissaka loses it in the corner here. It's poor play by United. They haven't really come out in the second half at all here. Here's Rashford now. It's the first time he's really got on the ball in the second half. There's been no supply for him. Martial, he goes all the way at a strike! Oh, what a goal! Marcus Rashford from the halfway line with a run, and he's smiling again. The fucking young lad is back smiling. Rashford with an absolute unbelievable goal. He runs all the way. Martial makes a run and you know, it just kind of, and I think Martial is a little bit pissed off that he doesn't get the ball, but Rashford keeps his run going. He gets in between two defenders, and then the angle is closing because he's wide in the box, and you're thinking, oh, this is a tight one to score, but the pace takes it into the far side netting, and it's 2-0 to Manchester United. We're back, baby. Woohoo! What a goal. What a goal. What a goal. Rashford, boys, back with a smile on his face. Great jinking run. Reminds you of Giggs in the fucking 99 semi-final of the FA Cup. Just jinking and jiving, not really touching the ball. Now, don't fucking get me wrong. It wasn't as good as that goal. And it's his last piece of work. Rashford is coming off for Anthony. And Garnacho is coming off as well. And, Garnacho is off for Anthony. Or maybe Rashford isn't off. No, sorry, Rashford isn't off. Sorry, Rashford has gone to the left. I apologise. But yeah, one of the goals of the year, says Fitz. Absolutely. Unreal goal. What a goal, says Paddy. From the Burnley half into the net. Get in. Happy days. Happy days. Happy days. Who's that, lad, says Ben. Get in, says Oshin. Aaron says from the right as well. There you go, yeah. Who said 2-0, says Twigs. This guy. Great goal. And that'll hopefully settle the nerves because, you know, what have we played? 13, nearly 14 minutes of the second half. It's been all Burnley. And you have to say, that was more... It wouldn't be a stretch to say that was against the run of play in the second half, because it really was, you know. It really was. Craig says, at least he's continuing his form after the World Cup disappointment. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Phil says, I had to switch off as it was the worst football match I had seen in God knows how long. Well, look, I think not only this game, but maybe the next couple of games, we're probably going to be floating through games, you know, just until we get back to, you know, get the squad back to playing with each other, get used to playing with each other again. You know, there's a lot of players that didn't go to the World Cup that need to get back to, you know, match fitness, I would say, and up to get the speed of the game back. So, as long as we're winning, happy days. As long as we're winning, happy days. But yeah, appreciate everyone that's in, guys. What are we? We're 14,000 likes on TikTok at the moment. Our aim is 20,000, so keep tapping that screen. If you have a second, tap the screen a few times for me. Get the likes up. Hit the follow button if you're new to the TikTok channel. Daily Manchester United content, all of the watch-alongs, and as well with YouTube, guys. If anyone wants to switch over to the YouTube channel, we have got the scoreboard, the starting 11, the timer is all up on the screen. Link is on the homepage, or just search United Community Channel and hit the subscribe button over there as well. I appreciate it. Pat says that was a good goal. It was. Very good. Very good. Clewen says, Man U is going to score 2 more goals. I've been supporting Manchester United for 50 years. There we go. Support from all over the world. What happened to the timer? Oh, what did happen to the timer? I do apologise. Sorry, it was on. I never reset it. So let me reset it here now for you. So what are we at? We're at 16 minutes, 15 seconds, starting from now. There we go. Apologies about that. Do you watch the Anfield Agenda, says Michael? I don't. I've seen it. It's come up on my TikTok a few times, but I don't watch it or anything. United needs a Chicharito, says Alex. What's the score, says Javi? It's 2-0 to Manchester United, Javi. So who scored? Ericsson with the first and Rashford with the second. So 2-0 to Manchester United. Craig says, really surprised he went for this strong of a side. I think it was a great decision. For Boxing Day. Well, look, if you look at it, right, let's look at our starting 11. While there's an injury at the moment, so let's see. With our starting 11 that has been at the World Cup, Wan-Bissaka wasn't there. Casemiro was there, but he's back over a week now. He's had his week's rest. Lindelof wasn't there. Malacia didn't play. Eriksen has been back 3 weeks. McTominay wasn't there. Rashford is back 2 weeks. Bruno Fernandes is back nearly 2 weeks. Garnacho didn't go. Martial didn't go. So for them reasons alone, I'm not surprised he went with such a strong team. Just to get the legs going, get used to playing with each other again. You know, I think it's probably a good thing that he went with a team like that and just get everyone gelled back together, you know. Isn't Rashford top scorer now? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. Someone in the chat might tell us who's the top scorer for United. Thomas says, realistically, who do you think is coming in January? Well, I think Gakpo is pretty much done and dusted. You know, I'd be very surprised if we didn't get him. He stated the fact that he'd like to come to United. It's been very clear that United nearly had him signed in January or in the summer. PSV are open to selling him. They're looking to cash in. They've stated that they're happy with around 45 million. So I think all of the right signals are there for the deal to be pretty straightforward and get done pretty quick. You know, outside of that, it's hard to know because United tend to be linked with 10 times the amount of players they sign. So we're just going to have to filter them out as it comes. Martial, tries to slip in. McTominay does well to get the ball back. Bruno, United keep possession. You should do a live with other TikTokers from other teams. Take on Jonathan Morley in a live chat. Be great content, I think. Yeah, look, I try and not make content, you know, to be controversial, you know, and look, these guys, you know, they have big followings, you know, Morley and Paddy Murphy and all, and look, they're well entitled to do what they want, and they can be very controversial in what they say, you know. Lovely nutmeg by Rashford. It's a corner, lovely bit of skill. But yeah, look, and they're entitled to do that. They absolutely are. I'm just not interested in bullshit. Not that I'm not interested in bullshit. I don't want my channel to be full of shit, full of fucking, you know, United are going to win the Champions League, and you know Liverpool are so shit, and I just, you know, I'd rather just do content on United, on the games, on the players, on ratings, on things like that, because I think time will tell. I think if you're looking at longevity, I think if you cut out the bullshit and try and do it as professionally as possible, all the while having your fun and, you know, this and that and the other, I think it works better in terms of longevity. I think your channel would last longer. But look, we'll find out, you know. Casemiro now chips it into the box. That's going to be another corner to United. Why no Maguire if he came back with Rashford? Says Shane. He's ill. He's been down with illness the last 24 hours, so that's why he's out. Crosses too deep there, but it's going to come to Casemiro out the far side. Comes to Wan-Bissaka. Does well to pull it back to Rashford. Cross into the box. And Lindelof was up there, but I think the Burnley defence just puts him off enough. Burnley cleared their lines. Are you going to be on the United agenda after this, says Twigs? No, not tonight, Twigs. They asked me to go on Friday, but I can't, obviously, because I'm going out. So I'm going to try and get on with them next week again. Do I want that in Duns? A box of Moretti. No, other than that, I'm okay. Yep, no matter. Burnley are still battling here, and you know, United do need to be sharp and on their toes. If Burnley were to get another goal, or if Burnley were to get a goal, I mean, there's still 25 minutes to go, you know. But last 5 minutes possession, look at that. United have that 98% possession to 2%. Here's Rashford coming now, gets it out to Bruno. Ref allows play to go on, gets it wide to Anthony. Lovely touch. McTominay, smelly first touch. And Burnley clear their lines. McTominay's dirt, ain't he? And here's Burnley coming down the right hand side now. Big switch, and it's a decent ball. Oh, and he couldn't finish his dinner. He should have scored. Who was it? I can't even pronounce his name. Oh, and it was a lovely ball out with Goodmanson all the way across him. Wan-Bissaka was caught too high up the field. Couldn't recover in time. And he got into that little space between the fullback and the goalkeeper. And it was game over. Well, it wasn't game over. It was a goal if he had got that on target. And Dubravka didn't cover himself in glory either. They're coming out spreading himself. I'm not convinced by this Dubravka at all, I have to say. So, but still 2-0 to United here. United got lucky there, you'd have to say. We're waiting on something here. What are we waiting on? Oh, sorry, we're not waiting on anything. It actually should be just a goal kick. So Casemiro is taking the goal kick for some reason. That's strange. Is Dubravka injured? If he is, get him out. Good shot. Ah, no, ref. That's a good shoulder to shoulder. The fucking physical game. Come on. A good 50-50 shoulder there and with Barnes and Lindelof. And Lindelof comes out on top. Barnes hits the deck and the ref blows for a whistle. Look. Boom. Good 50-50. Nah, that's bullshit. Goodmanson now with a cross into the box. Good header away by Casemiro. Oh, it comes to Barnes. Oh, and he drives it over the bar. United are living dangerously here. Burnley are in the ascendancy here. They're after having a couple of chances the last few minutes, you'd have to say it. Here, centre-back taking a kick out, says Ushin. Yeah, I don't understand why he did that. Maybe he was just taking a short kick out and then there was no one on and he just kicked it long. I don't know. Or maybe Dubravka is injured and well, he's after kicking out that one, so I don't know. But United need to just get back into a bit of possession here. Take their time, you know, make Burnley work for the ball. Oh, Martial tries to slip in Rashford, but it's good positioning by Burnley. Here's Barnes now. Dubravka's quick out of his goal and does well, in fairness to him. Great to see club football back, says Adrian. It certainly is. What's the score, says George? It's 2-0 to Manchester United, George. 2-0 to United here. 70 minutes gone. Just over 70 minutes gone. Should we sign Tony, says Rich? Absolutely not. He has about 260 charges against him for breaching betting laws from like 2019. He's going to get at least a 6-month ban. So, yeah. Footballing wise, I think he would fit into this team really well, but United are not. No team is going to touch him now with this ban coming in. Yeah, so a couple of changes here now. Martial is coming off for Anthony Elanga, and Luke Shaw is going to come on. You would expect for Malacia. So Ten Hag ringing in the changes here. And Martial will be probably disappointed not to get a goal, but I think he's played okay. He certainly hasn't done anything wrong. Oh no, it's Wan-Bissaka that's coming off. Wan-Bissaka comes on. It looks like Malacia will probably go to right back. Yeah, Luke Shaw slots in in the left full position there. Keep smashing the like button for us, guys. We're 5,000 likes away from the 20,000 goal on TikTok. Keep tapping the screen if you have a second. Helps the channel out a ton. If you're new, hit the follow button. And great to see so many people in on YouTube as well, guys. If you're new to the YouTube channel, do hit the subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button for me as well. What are we, 29 likes? I do appreciate it. Okay. What? Is it me or is the stream gone? I'm not sure, guys. If there's an issue with TikTok, guys, do just come over to the YouTube channel. Link is on my homepage. There's no issue with the YouTube. We're up and running. We're live. We're happy out. Link is on the homepage. Just search United Community Channel if you want to come over to the YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Once you do hit the subscribe button, you can leave your comments in the chat then as well. Like I said, click the link on the homepage or just search United Community Channel. I don't know if there's an issue with TikTok. If there is, can't really do anything about it. Here's McTominay now coming forward. Tries to slip a ball into Rashford's good defending. Oh, a ref gives a free. It looked like he won the ball pretty well. This ref is not having the best game, to be honest. TikTok stream is gone again, says Michael. I don't know what's going on, guys. I really don't. I'm on the Wi-Fi. Everything looks good from my end. Our YouTube is working perfectly. If you want to switch over to that, pop over to the YouTube channel. Well, Messi. Sorry, my dog has just come into me. My dog is called Messi, by the way. All right, buddy. You coming up, say hello. Come up, say hello. There he is, look. There he is, there now. Oh, you're a good fella. You're a good fella. Aren't you? You're a good fella. You're a good fella. Good fella. Yeah, you are. Say hello to everyone. Right, go on, down you go. Good boy. Good boy. Bruno the free, high and wide. The boom is back. Ah, that's lovely, says Shane. The GOAT, says Alexander. Yeah. The GOAT, Messi. Brilliant. Yeah, so if anyone was ever in any doubt over who I thought was the GOAT, I had that little spell when Ronaldo first signed back for United. Yeah, he's the greatest. He's the greatest. But it's always been Messi. Hasn't it, Messo? Hasn't it, buddy? Yeah, it has. So what are we? Just rolling up on 75 minutes, guys. So 15 minutes of normal time to go. Is YouTube stopped now for everyone as well, or just me, says Shane? Everything is good on my end, Shane. I think everyone, maybe other people in the chat can let us know if there's an issue, but everything seems good on my end here. Excellent connection, YouTube is telling me. Shaw slipped there, and Burnley coming now. Cross into the box, back post, great header by Casemiro. And Rashford sets Anthony away. United will have numbers here if they can counter-attack. Bruno's making a run on the far side. Get your head up, Anthony. Bruno. He plays it behind Bruno. He would have been in there. I think Bruno probably got ahead of himself a little bit, but United still coming here with Shaw, Eriksen, and it's blocked for a corner. Good counter-attack by United there. Dale is in. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us again. Let's see. Michael says, why was Messi made to wear that cape thing when he was lifting the World Cup? I don't know. And look, I'm not against it. I just think it was so stupid. I really do. I understand it's culture and things like that, but it's not Messi's culture. You know, you were covering up the Argentinian jersey while he was, you know, during the most important part of his international career. I thought it was absolutely stupid. I really did. Dale, thanks for the super chat. Says good game back. Yeah, happy days, man. I appreciate the support as always, pal. Absolute legend with the super chat there. 249. Let's see. Long time since I seen ya. How's it been? Says Ben. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us again. All good on my end. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is doing well. Roger, Alexander, David is in from Northern Ireland. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. You're all more than welcome, guys. Smash the like button. Hit the follow button if you're new. And United are well in control of this game, you'd have to say. You know, now we do still have to be on our toes here. Burnley have had a couple of chances this second half, and we do have to try and limit them because, you know, if they can get another goal, or if they can get one goal here, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a squeaky final 10 or 15 minutes. Mate, is it true Ronaldo would have gone to City if Sir Alex Ferguson told him not to? I don't know. I don't know. And if he did, then that says everything you need to know about Ronaldo, in my opinion. We won't know. We won't know. He says that City were interested. He says he was, you know, I went with my heart, but we'll never know the real story, will we? Andre is in from South Africa. Good to see you, pal. Thanks for joining us. He's gone. We move on, says Dale. Absolutely. Gone. A club never stands still, so it doesn't. What's the score, bud? Says Lee. It's 2-0 to Manchester United, Lee. Ericsson and Rashford with the goals. Only downside, the Bravka, very dodgy. Yeah, I agree, Scottish lad. I agree. I don't think he ever cared about United, and don't blame him, to be honest. Alright, well, if you don't care for the club you play for, that's, you know, and the fact that you wouldn't blame him. I mean, would you blame Mo Salah if he didn't care for Liverpool? Of course you wouldn't. So just take your Liverpool hat off for a minute and realise what you're saying, you know. Reese is in, says Diallo. I'm a Diallo. He's having a good spell at Sunderland, in fairness to him. Let's hope he can keep improving. Aaron says, are you doing a watch along for City, for Liverpool and City tomorrow? No, we're not. I'm actually doing a members only live tomorrow, guys. So that's our Thursday night live. So if you do want to become a member, the link is in the description or it's pinned to the top of the chat. It's a members only live, and as well, I'm not sure if I mentioned it to you, Dale, if you're still there. If you do want to come on and be part of the live, you can. So I have the option now of bringing a few of ye onto the actual screen so we can just talk rather than ye being in the chat and I being obviously just talking. It makes it more interactive. If it's something you do want to do, you can come on without your camera on and just talk, or you can remain in the chat. If you do want to be involved in it, send me your email address, DM me your email address on Instagram, and I will be able to send you the link of the live tomorrow. So you all just pop in before I go live and we'll just go and have a chat if that's something you want to do. No pressure though. Here's Burnley now. And a strike goes wide. Yeah, so if anyone else wants to become a channel member, guys, link is in the description. There's a couple of different options there if you want to go check them out. It's pinned to the top of the chat as well. Go check it out. I think it was a block shot there. It goes for a corner in the end for Burnley. Corner comes in. Good header away there. I think it's Luke Shaw that heads it away. But Burnley keep possession now on the edge of the box and they get it wide. Bruno has to make up some ground to stop the cross. And he doesn't, and the shot is poor and wide. Sounds good, man. Camera on. I won't hide from all the Liverpool fans, says Dale. Yeah, well, it's only going to be members only, Dale. So I think there's only, what have we got? We've got 9 members. So, you know, if there's probably only going to be maybe 3 or 4 of us. Oh, Casemiro gives a ball away on the edge of the box. Square ball. Oh, and Harvey Barnes hits it wide, and United are living dangerously here. But yeah. Ben says, I can't get on tomorrow, pal, but definitely in the future. Yeah, no problem. No hassle, guys. No hassle. What topic do you want to do it on? Do you want to do another start, sub, sell like we done last week? Or have you got any other ideas? Let me know. They're usually the members only videos. They're about a half an hour long. We have a little chat. Enjoyed last week's one, I have to say. Casemiro got lucky there, you'd have to say. Really did. And Harvey Barnes' last action was to hit it wide. He's subbed off now. Bit of everything, but if Ronaldo comes up, I'm out, right? I don't want to talk about him either. But yeah, we'll do a start sub sell. I'll pick 3 players for tomorrow, and we'll do a start sub sell, and we'll base it around that, and we'll have a chat about other things then as well, if that's what you want. I'm open to suggestions. All good. But yeah, make sure you set a reminder. I'll put up the thumbnail tomorrow afternoon, and make sure you just set a reminder if you haven't got the bell notification on already. So here's Anthony now with a strike. Oh, good save. And yeah, so you don't miss out. Good play by Anthony there. Little flick around the fullback, and he's away. Cuts in on his left foot, gets a strike away. Rashford is just offside, maybe. Just offside. Burnley defender's left foot. Poolside members chat, says Chris. Plenty to talk about, man, once it gets rolling. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it'll be nice to put it'll be nice for me to put a voice to some of your names. Obviously, because ye hear me every week, but I don't know what any of ye sound like, you know, So Rashford comes off for Fred here. United looking to shut up shop. Ten Hag. Great goal by Rashford, just showing a replay of it. And great to have him back scoring straight away. Back smiling. That's the Rashford we know and love, isn't it? So Rashford is off for Fred, and it's going to be... Williams is coming on, so it's probably going to be Malacia, I would say. Yeah, it's Malacia off and Williams on. So 2-0 to United, guys. 5 minutes of normal time to play here. And, yeah, good to see Williams back playing in the United shirt. He's had an injury, of course, this season. And I like Williams, I have to say. I like his enthusiasm. I like his fight. Chris says, do you think we should stay with 5 subs? Yeah, look, I'm all for it. I think for United especially, given the fact that we are so thin in terms of a squad, if in games like this where you can get a couple of goal lead, just ring in the changes. Get your important players off the field. Get them rested, you know, because we're going to need them, you know. Miata says, I think Ronaldo cares about Madrid and the fans there, but with United, he seems different. Let me tell you one thing, son. Ronaldo cares about nobody, only Ronaldo. And that's why everyone prefers Messi. Except for Twigs. Opinion on Alanga, keep, sell or loan? I'd sell him. I don't know what good a loan spell would do for him. What improving could he do on a loan period that he wouldn't do under Ten Hag? I just don't think he's good enough. I really don't. If he's happy to be a backup, then great. But I don't think he has what it takes to be a regular first-team player for United. I really don't. And I probably think the highlight of his United career is going to be that goal against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. Twiggs says, Jack, that is single-handedly the most delusional thing I've heard. I knew you'd say that. Sell Alanga and keep Diallo, says Chris. Yeah, there you go. I mean, there's options. And look, Ten Hag will know what's best, and I think we just have to trust him on it, and I certainly do. I think he's doing everything right, he really is. Do you think Anthony was a good purchase, says Casper? I do. Now he's going to have to prove himself. Sorry, the dog is whinging here. He's got a big price tag on his shoulders, but I think he has the set of shoulders to carry it. One sec. Come on, miss. Do you think Rashford will go to PSG? Nah, I don't think so. Carol says, Ronaldo always be a United legend in my eyes. Absolutely. I'd agree with you, Carol. I don't dislike Ronaldo. I really don't. I dislike the unprofessionalism of him this season in the United shirt, and that's kind of stained his legacy a little bit in my eyes. But look, once that wears off in the next, in the coming weeks, months and years, he'll go down as United. He'll go down as one of United's greatest ever players. Absolutely, Phil Jones, keep, sell or loan? I'd keep him, just in case. Thoughts on United being state-owned? I don't care who owns United, as long as they're competent owners, they invest properly into the club, and they put the right people in the right areas of the club. Outside of that, you can't ask for much more as a fan. You really can't, Yeah, Burnley are ringing in the subs here as well. Company has kind of conceded victory here. And we're just after ticking over onto the 90-minute mark as well. So there's going to be 4 minutes of added time. It's interesting to see, going from the World Cup now back to club football. And we haven't had the drastic, 8, 9, 10 minutes. What did we have? We had 1 minute in the first half, and now 4 minutes in the second half. So, yeah, obviously the Premier League are not follow suit. Chris says tomorrow 7:30 your time. Yeah, it is, Chris. I'll have the thumbnail up tomorrow afternoon, so just keep an eye out for it. You can hit a reminder on the video as well if you want. But yeah, 7:30 my time. Ronaldo says, do you think Garnacho could get a chance? Yeah, well, he's getting one. He's getting one already, and he's taken it so far, in my opinion. Chris says, do you think Kai Rooney or Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. will join United in their career? I have no idea. All depends whether they're good enough or not. Michael says, I think Avram Glazer is there tonight. All right. Hopefully he's here to sell the club. Guys, we're 1,200 away from our 20,000 goal. Tap the screen for us. Let's get up to 20,000 likes there. We're nearly there. I appreciate everyone who's hitting it. Dubravka again. Look. 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 Fucking hell, that lad. Here's Burnley now into the box. Header away by McTominay. Eriksen adds to it. Bruno adds to it as well. Are you from Port Arlington, boy? I'm not, Martin. I'm from Kilkenny. Don't know what goes through Dubravka's head. I don't know. He'd fucking frighten the life out of you, so I would. Rate Garnacho today. I give him a 7 today. He got into some very good positions. Finishing was a little bit off. Could have had a goal early on. I just love his positivity. And yeah, nothing spectacular from him, but a good solid performance. And a few times he got back defending as well, which I was impressed with. I think that's something that Ten Hag is probably working on with him as well. So I thought he done okay. Yep. Chris said, had to jump on and tap the screen. Legend. Absolute legend. Appreciate it, guys. We've hit the 20,000. Absolute legend. Legends. Plural. Michael says, looks like De Gea is going to play rest of the rounds. Going to play the rest of the fucking season. Dubravka is on loan. Yeah, it's a short-term deal, I think, Graham. Yeah. I'll be doing a rating video, guys, after the game is over. I'll be doing a TikTok where I rate all the players. So I'll hold off on it for the minute, and I'll do it. I'll do it in a TikTok. So make sure you're hitting the follow button, so you don't miss out on it. I should have one up after about maybe a half an hour of the game ending. Aaron says, worst keeper since the year 02, can't spell his name, Taibbi. So that's it, guys. 2-0 win to Manchester United. Good start. Good first game back. And look, not an overly exciting performance. You know, and I think, look, it's job done more than anything else, really, isn't it? Clean sheet, 2 goals. Rashford is on the score sheet. You know, minutes into the legs of players maybe who didn't go to the World Cup. And, you know, hopefully some of the familiarity that we had before the World Cup break is coming back into the legs of the players, or getting used to playing with each other again. So that'll be no harm. I'm happy to see the likes of Casemiro, Eriksen, Rashford, Shaw, who else? Bruno, Martial, Garnacho. These players, all, you know, a strong team that are out there playing together. You know, let's get back to playing Eric Ten Hag ball and get used to it again, because obviously the break is not going to help. We were flying it before it. But look, happy days. 2-0 win. Onwards and upwards. Obviously we've got a break now of 6 days before the next game in relation to the Premier League obviously being back. And we'll be doing that next Tuesday, obviously live. So if you haven't already, guys, please do hit the follow button on TikTok. And if you can, head over to the YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button as well. It would really help me out an awful lot. All you have to do is click the link on the homepage. The YouTube link is there. Click it, hit the subscribe button. It won't even take you away from TikTok. It'll help us out an awful lot. I really appreciate it. And if you're new to the YouTube channel as well, please do hit the subscribe button. As you know, we're on the road to 2,000. But yeah, so guys, we've got the members only live tomorrow, but for everyone else, we won't be back until Tuesday. I won't, because it's Christmas, but no, so we're not going to be back until next Tuesday for our next watch along. I won't be doing any videos in between, but until then, I want to wish everyone a happy Christmas, a safe and merry one. I hope you have a great time with your families, loved ones and friends, and all of that good stuff. Thanks so much to everyone for watching the channel. This is our first year. I only started it in April, and it's been absolutely fantastic. So I appreciate everyone who's liked, shared, subscribed, contributed, put comments in. Happy Christmas to you. We'll see you before the new year, of course, with the next watch along. But I hope you all have a good Christmas and stay safe. See you Tuesday. Come on, United!